hear me? Actually, I'll talk a little low. I'll talk low. I'm actually doing my daily walk. Anyways, I try to do about 2 miles a day. And this is pretty much the route that I walk. So I thought it'd be a good idea. Maybe do an ASMR video but there's so much like outside noise. I typically don't walk during this time of day, which is like in the afternoon, because there's so much traffic. But I'll probably get off the main street and walk a little further. This is a neighborhood I really enjoy walking in. It's called Beverly. It's on the south side of Chicago. And actually, it's called Beverly Hills unofficially, because the homes on that side of the street are on a ridge, aka a hill. And it's quite a historic neighborhood in the city. Some of the oldest houses in the city can be found here. I think what I'll do is I'll cross the street and walk down a more quieter street. Whoop. I don't want to film these people's house, but case in point, you have a house built in 1890. Okay, so we'll go down this street. It should be a lot quieter. It should be much quieter. Actually, down these streets, where all the big mega mansions and things are, here's another example. I don't know if I can see that from here, but this house says it was built in 1896. That's pretty old for Chicago. So I think I'm gonna walk down here. I'm not gonna walk down that street, but you can imagine all the big mansions and things that are down this street. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to avoid walking in the busy part of the street. And I just do this little detour for the quaintness and the ambience. Walking is very good for your health. Very low impact exercise. Something easy to do. But the environment in which you walk in makes a difference as well. Now, personally, where I live, I don't find it a very calming place to walk. Nothing wrong with it in particular, but just not my thing. So here, there's a little bit more of a connection with nature, particularly in the warmer climates or temperatures. More trees out. But yeah, let's pan the camera over. I love brick. See, on this side of the street, you have the frame houses, right out of a postcard. And on this side of the street, you have the more kind of New England brick Georgian houses. This will really test out the wind muff I have for my microphone, and if it will keep the wind, die the wind down, because it's kind of windy. It's supposed to rain, which I hope it does. I have my umbrella. And it can make some nice raindrops on umbrella sounds. But this will be a test run. We are approaching a busy street. And I know traffic sounds are not relaxing. Or at least to me it isn't. 1928, the Herthington Architects. Yeah, keep it simple. Although it is quite noisy. Look at the facade on that house. I'm not sure how old that house is or how original that facade is. It's quite neat. Now this parcel coming up is quite interesting as well. It actually is vacant. And I don't know what its original use was. I don't know if you can see. It says Chicago Landmark District. Anyways, yeah, this property here used to be a school of some sort, hence the playground, but it no longer is. But as you can tell, it's pretty old. It probably has a really long history. I would love to research what this property is now. See the class of 2015. It's a bit eerie. You see the abandoned school, kind of kids painting. Wow, that building surely does look like something out of an old haunted movie, especially now that it's vacant and abandoned. So here sits the ridge, as they call it. It's probably one of the steepest inclines in Chicago, which in fact, it's a pretty flat city. Not many hills, not many valleys. But if you into your geology, these hills were formed thousands of years ago. And this here actually is the neighborhood association. You see the 100 inside of the outside of the lawn. Ah, there we are. The Ridge Historical Society. And you can see this Draver Driscoll house, built 1922, but it houses the Historical Society, which this neighborhood is a part of, which includes this neighborhood. And during the summer, couple days out of the year that building is actually open to the public. It's a quasi museum of some sort, but like I can't go there now. Hi. That house looks straight out of New England. Oh, look at this house to the left. I'm gonna do a slow pan. Oh, how cool is that? As is the ones across the street, you could tell the ridge is getting much steeper the further we walk along. To my destination. So far, I don't have a step tracker on me, but I would say it has been about, we're coming up on a mile. We're coming up on a full mile. Oh, there's another. Look at how steep that bridge is. You can go snow sledding on that hill. Some people have to park their cars on an incline. Ooh, the temperature's getting cold. Chewing gum. I wonder if that picks up in the microphone. There's a city park across the street, neighborhood park, but it's a part of the park district. I mean, it's public and open to anyone, regardless if they live in the neighborhood or not. There's a mayoral election coming up. And there are a lot of signs for a particular candidate in this neighborhood, which tells you a lot about this neighborhood, because he is the polar opposite of the other candidate that is also running for mayor. What does this house coming up remind you of? I'll tell you what it reminds me of. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where he spent most of his days. Looks just like the Fresh Prince house. I can just see Jeff flying right out the side of the building. This post office worker has a great job. He gets to walk and deliver in a neighborhood like this. I'm sure they don't get to choose what neighborhood they're assigned to, because I'm sure there's certain neighborhoods that one does not want to walk in. Hey, look at the dogs. You see the post office. It's the mailman. I wonder why they stopped there. Look at this house. The red brick. Look at the porch. Look at Red Enclave. Must be relaxing to sit in. So this is a building across the street with the columns in front. Used to be a church, as you can tell. And it's been converted into condominiums. Isn't that interesting? And my destination right here on the right is the Starbucks. And I'm gonna do my work in and then walk back to my automobile. Maybe I'll turn right now or across the street right now. This Starbucks was once home to a Christian Science reading room. Not sure of the year it was built. As you can tell, it fits in with the aesthetic of the neighborhood, and I assume that it's an older building, which makes it one of the more unique Starbucks in the city. Very cozy, has a lot of places to sit down and relax. So I'm gonna come back and there's more to show you after I leave the Starbucks.